Hello everybody, hello, and welcome to the show. I've got to move myself across a little bit. Welcome to a boiling hot England right now. Yes, we are in the middle of a heat wave, and literally 1 minute before I came on air, I didn't have a shirt on. Yes, that's a scary thought, and that will put you off your tea. But yes, I'm okay. I'm appropriately dressed. But welcome to the show, yes, with me and of course everyone's favourite bear, GB the Bear, and of course Lewis Hamilton's #1 fan. I still can't work out why. Nope, it's lost on me. Anyway, there you go, TV. Hello everyone, welcome along to the show. It's boiling hot in the UK, 27 degrees, 28 degrees right now. I have got all the windows shut. I've got all my doors shut. I have though got a fan just behind me, so if you can hear that through the microphone, I do apologise. But otherwise I'd be boiling right now. There is a fan, so I've got a little bit of air. So I don't know how long I'm going to be here for before I start cooking, but we will persevere. So we'll start today, like we always do, with some news in the wonderful world of Formula One. And we start with our illustrious leader. All hail the leader! All hail the supreme leader! Yes, Mr. Ben Salami, I still can't work out what his name is, wants to scrap the FIA presidency team limits. In other words, he wants to be president for life. Now, of course, that means what? Well, it means as long as his heart's still beating, he will be the president of the FIA. Yes, wowzers. This is all very well. I've just got a few things to say. Number one, has he really done that good a job? No, not really. And does he deserve to be president for life at the FIA? No, not really again. Anyway, let's get into the article. It's from Mr. Andrew Benson at the BBC. Fixed, the F1 Fixed Channel's love child. Yes, he loves Andrew Benson, does Mr. Fix-It, Jimmy Fix-It. Absolutely loves him. The adoration pours out of every single molecule of his body. Yes. Anyway, FIA President Mohammed Ben Salami is proposing a removal of term limits for the position as head of motorsport's governing body. The move would enable the 60, he's already 64? Bloody hell. What's the average lifespan? 76.7. I looked this up earlier. Yeah, it's fascinating. Average lifespan is 76.7 years at this precise moment. I was looking this up for another reason, and that is people were talking about weekends on the internet. I'm not going, weekends? What are you on about? And apparently, in this 76.7 year lifespan, that equates to 4,000 weekends. I had absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. So just for shits and giggles, I looked up at my age now, which is 57, how many more weekends I've got left. And apparently, I've got 1,028. I was actually very impressed with that. I thought, well, at least I got more than 1,000. So, yeah. Don't ask me, but yeah, that's on the internet. Right, the move would enable the 64-year-old Emirati, who was re-elected unopposed in December. Well, of course he was, because nobody else wants the job. As a result of a quirk in election rules that prevented anyone else from Oh yes, now this looks good, doesn't it? As just a quirk in the rules, everyone, that prevented anyone else from standing. Yes. Isn't that what happens every single 4 years to another president of another country that I can't actually mention right now because we're not allowed to, otherwise we get banned and ritually sacrificed worse than Braveheart. But you know the country I'm talking about. You know, I won't go into it, but it begins with R. That one. This is exactly what happens over there? Yes, because he's president for life, and now Mr. Ben Salami wants to be as well. To continue as president beyond the current 12-year limit. Under current rules, the presidential term is 4 years and a person can stand for re-election twice, therefore completing a maximum of 3 terms. The plan to change the FIA statutes will be discussed and voted on at next month's FIA General Assembly, where it is expected to be passed by members. An FIA spokesman said, "A proposal has been put forward to establish a consistent approach to tenure across all F1 FIA bodies, similar to what currently exists for the World Councils and the Senate." The Senate, everyone. Did you hear that? I tell you, this is getting more like Star Wars every week. Yes. Mohammed bin Salami is going to be the head of the empire soon. I can hear the music in my head now. Da 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 da. You can't win, Duff. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Oh my God. The proposal is subject to approval by the World Councils and by the General Assembly. FIA bodies retain full authority to democratically elect office holders. Other FIA roles that currently have term limits include the President of Anti-Doping Committees and the head of the F1 Cost Cap Committee. The current 3-term limit was put in place by Ben Salami's predecessor, John Tott. The Frenchman replaced Max Mosley, who served as FIA president from 1993 until agreeing not to stand again following a dispute with F1 teams in 2009. Asked by BBC Sport why it was decided to abolish term limits for all posts rather than instate them for those that don't currently have them, an FIA spokesman was unable to provide a specific answer. Yeah, this sounds brilliant. This sounds brilliant, yes. However, a spokesman pointed to the NFL in the US, saying Roger Goodell had been commissioner since 2006 and had transformed the sport into a global brand, and it was an outstanding governance record. Last year, the president of the International Olympic Committee, IOC, Thomas Bach, rejected the chance to stay on longer than 12 years, a move that would have required a change of statutes, saying, "Our organisation is best served with a change in leadership. New times are calling for new leaders." Tim Mayer, who was blocked from opposing Ben Salami for the FIA presidency because of the organisation's election rules last year, told BBC Sport, "Term limits are not a bureaucratic detail. They are a fundamental safeguard of good governance, recognised as essential to preventing the concentration of power, ensuring renewal of leadership, and maintaining accountability to those an organisation exists to serve." Sorry, I'm getting very hot already. Mayer also pointed to Bach, saying the IOC had treated this as a core governance principle. In 2 further proposed changes to the statutes, which have been circulated to member clubs and seen by BBC Sport, the rules for FIA presidential candidates have been made stricter. A requirement for candidates to demonstrate sufficient experience within an FIA member or an FIA body will be added. And the time by which prospective presidential candidates have to submit the list detailing their support team of vice presidents has been more than doubled, from 49 days to 100 days before the date of the election. Both would make it more difficult for someone to challenge Ben Salami at a subsequent election. The move to allow indefinite presidential terms follows a period of controversy surrounding Ben Salami and the governance of the FIA. Really? I can't believe it. Mayer and two other people were barred for standing against Ben Salami because of a rule that dictates presidential candidates must submit a list of their prospective vice presidents for sport, which must be selected from each of the FIA's 6 global regions. But the published list last year contained only one candidate from South America, Brazilian Fabinho Eccleston. Oh, wife of former F1 boss Bernie the Bolt, who was already a member of Ben Salami's team. that prevented any other candidate from naming a potential vice president for sport from South America, which meant no one else could enter the election. The rule was already in place prior to Ben Salami becoming president. One of those prospective presidential candidates, Laura Villiers, is currently suing the FIA in the French courts, challenging its election process. Well, there you go. I got through it. Despite the heat, I got through it. And that was exceedingly boring, wasn't it? Oh my God. So there you go then. He's here. I'm now going to call him Darth. Yeah, not Darth Vader, Darth Apeth. There he is. President for life, Darth Apeth. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now, before I start the show, I just want to take a moment to talk about one of a fellow YouTuber on this platform who I have used to watch years and years ago. I actually thought he'd sort of just packed it in and stopped it, but he has released a video today. I'm talking, of course, about Team VVV, Alan Boyston, who unfortunately has content on. Let's mute that. Has revealed in this video for him that he has suffered from a head injury, and that's why he hasn't been on YouTube for quite a while. He is still in recovery mode, and he thinks that, you know, eventually he will be okay, but it's going to be a long struggle. And I'd just like to spread my condolences to Alan, as someone who also has suffered a head injury. It's definitely something that sucks big time, and I hope that Alan comes back. Now, one of the main problems with a head injury does relate to playing computer games, because of course computer games are very fast moving things on the screen, and if you've got any kind of head injury, it's very difficult to play computer games. I had mine. It was a work thing, but my doctor actually said to me, he said, I'm sorry, but you cannot play computer games in any shape or capacity. I went, oh, okay. Now, it's important to remember, when you go to your doctor, it's important to listen and to take on board everything your doctor says to you. But once he said that, it's then up to you to make your mind up about, you know, going forwards. Because I've been an avid game player since I was little. Like, I don't know, 12 years old, I think it's when I first started. So in that situation, when someone turns around to you and says, oh, you know, you can't... I'll get rid of that because it's gone to adverts. You can't play games anymore. It's, you know, it's not fun. It's not fun. I mean, even now, when I'm playing games, I've got a 2-hour timer next to me, which is on my tablet. And as soon as that timer goes off for 2 hours, then I have to stop. I can go longer than that, but, you know, I'm in the safe zone. After 2 hours, I'm in the safe zone. But even today, I mean, this head injury was like 20 years ago now. Even today, I can suddenly start playing, and within 5 minutes, you know, the room's spinning and whatever, and then I have to stop. That just sucks, but you know, it happens occasionally. So yeah, I just like to wish Alan all the best, and hopefully, you know, he will end up okay. Probably not, you know, in the full capacity that he used to be, but you know, you just have to work around these things eventually, and just, you know, just carry on. So yeah, I just saw this today. I just wanted to give out a shout out to Alan. I thought he'd just given up on YouTube, to be fair. Didn't realise he'd been away through health problems, which health problems suck, by the way. Yes, they really do suck, big time. Yes, but anyway, that's what I just wanted to say. So thank you for that, everyone, for the indulgence. Right, let's get with the profile now. Where are we? There's the comments. Here we go. 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 Oh my goodness, what is going on here? What is going on here? What is going on here? Hello, everybody. Oh my God! You probably don't want to know this, but my legs are stuck to the chair. Yeah, do you know what that is? That's called Sweaty Betty. Hang on, oh God. Oh no, that's really bad. And I've got to do the left one. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Oh. Okay, I'm good. You know, some people ask me all the time, you know, why are you still single? And I say, I just don't know. I just really don't know. Hello, Mr. Helio Trophy. Welcome to the stream. He says, not surprising, really. The moves he made last year pretty much indicated that. I presume that's about Mohammed Ben Salami. Yes, indeed. Hello. Yes, hello. Hello, Shane. Welcome to the stream. He says, hi, Dave. Did you used to watch YouTube videos before you started doing YouTube? Yes, I did, Shane. Yes, I did. I used to watch a guy called Alex Zaffro back in the day. In fact, it was Alex Zaffro that got me into making a gaming channel myself, because he started doing a lot of the old F1 games. And I started watching his videos and I was like, yes. Now, I came into the internet space very, very late, in fact. Well, officially, because I was on the internet for about 3 or 4 years, from about 2011, was it? Something like that, anyway. But I had one of these stupid little mobile sticks that you plugged into your laptop, and then you get internet for about 5 minutes a day, because it was so expensive. It was unbelievable. But at the time, it was still cheaper than having a home-based internet. So I did that for years. But of course, with that, I couldn't do anything like a YouTube channel, because, you know, you couldn't upload videos on one of those little sticks. It would never have worked. So I was on the internet back in those days, but I didn't actually get proper internet until I think 2013. And that's when I started the rumblings of my channel. I had my own personal channel in 2013, and then I started this one in 2014, I do believe, yeah. Because I got proper internet, yes, proper internet. Oh, those sticks, pay as you go, from Vodafone it was. Oh my God, yes, you literally 5 minutes a day you could have on that, and then that was it, because they were like £20 you had to top up with. And but in the end, the actual internet worked out cheaper than those sticks, so that's why I changed over, and I've never looked back actually. So yes, I did used to watch YouTube videos before I started doing one myself in 2014. As I say, it was Alex Zaffro going through those old games, and I thought, and I also have to thank my nieces as well. They suggested I do a YouTube channel because they said I bore them to death with all my F1 knowledge, so you might as well bore a whole nation of people out there. So that's it. That's why I've got the YouTubes. Hello, Mr. Rugara. How are you, sir? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. He says 2026 regs actually pretty good, not going to lie. Well, there you go. We have someone who actually likes the 2026 regulations. I'm sure Will be here shortly to defute those claims. But yes, well done. Shane says the F1 26 DLC comes out on the 3rd of June, I think. Yes, it does, Shane. Yes, it does. Oh, and shout out Canada. Good race that, only to be bettered by the Indy 500. Yeah, I didn't see the Indy 500, but I heard it was a Bobby Dazzler. And yeah, the Canada race was pretty decent as well, I have to say. I did see a certain channel earlier saying that Kimi Antonelli's reckless driving is because the FIA has done nothing to stop Max Verstappen. Oh my God. Let's not go nuts yet. They need more time. That's true. Let's not go nuts yet. And of course, some of the teams are blocking the proposals for 2027 because they're saying it's going to cost them quite a bit of money. So we'll have to see what happens. But I have to say that Canada race, I didn't see very much of this super clipping debacle that everyone talks about. I didn't see much of that at all. The only sort of indication we got was when Lulu came over the radio and says, "Hey, I need more power, man. I need more power, man. Man, give me more power. Yes, I'm out of power, man." Is that how he talks? I don't know. But yes, that was the only indication. But actually on the track, watching it, I mean, I only watched the highlights off of Channel 4 in the UK, and unfortunately, because the Canada race is on so late, they do edited highlights of the highlights, if that makes any sense to you. The whole thing's over in like 40 minutes. Usually you get about an hour of highlights, but it was all over in 40 minutes, yes. So you don't get much action, to be fair, but it is all condensed. The action's all there. Once again, as I said in my video on Monday, I was absolutely dismayed at the TV coverage, whereas we got the incident with Oscar Piastri hitting Albon in the tiny little screen in the corner while the race was still going on. I mean, that was just ridiculous. They should have just flipped that. I mean, they're TV producers, for cock's sake. They must have, like, I don't know, 100 buttons in front of them. Surely they can just flip the camera to the other view and then we can have that in full screen, because that was just ridiculous. And I've seen that several times this year and a few times last year as well, when they put all the action in a little camera in the corner. No, we don't want that. We don't. Maybe it's being driven by AI, because that's a kind of thing AI would do. Yes, in other words, completely cock it up. So I just dipped my microphone there. So yes, not good. Mr. Regard says, I enjoy the regs at least. Don't think there's been one bad race so far. Shane says, hi TB, my favourite bear. Well, TB says, hi to you, Shane. The leader. Hello, Mr. Plano Plessy. Congratulations to Kimi Antonelli on winning the Canadian Grand Prix. Yes, indeed. Congratulations, Kimi Antonelli. Shane says, I have a feeling that Mercedes could win all the races this year. They could well do, Shane. On top of the pops tomorrow night, it's Robbie Williams. Yes. Rock DJ. I can't remember the rest of the words, but that's as good as you're going to get. And also the worst number one ever, the Millennium Prayer by Cliff Richard. Oh my God, was that actually a thing? Was that actually a thing? Let's face it, everyone. Cliff Richard eclipsed with Summer Holiday, didn't he, that film? And that was 1958, I do believe. That was when Cliff Richard peaked. Yes, everything since then has not been peak Cliff Richard. Right about now, Funk Soul Brother. Yes. Will F1 gaming scores for the Canadian Grand Prix were pretty epic. Hello, Mr. DGM9937. Hello to everyone. Hey. Mr. Regard says, sacrifice worse than Braveheart. Shane says, I think the next time Lewis Hamilton won't be on the grid will be when he's retired, since the last time he wasn't on the grid was at the Sakir Grand Prix, since it's the only race he has missed in his Formula 1 career. DJ excuse me. DJM says, surely he cannot get away with this idea. 12 years? Oh, I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can, because he's the supreme leader. Darth Apeth, the supreme leader. So I'm what a prick. So I'm sure he can get away with it. Yeah, I'm sure he can get it. He can get away with anything, because, you know, all he's got to do is start going, and there we go. Sir Lewis Hamilton may end up being the number one driver at Ferrari. They may go in his direction now. Well, they may do. I mean, Charles Leclerc's having a mare of a season so far. Even he's admitted that he's just not doing very well, isn't he? Autosport has verified this, says Helio Trophy. Nice. Artificial racing is actually kind of fun, says Mr. Rugara. Shane says, what's artificial racing? I don't know. Mario Kart or the 2026 Formula 1 season? Oh, I see. I'm old enough to remember when MBS was one of the drivers in Dirt 2. Yeah, I remember that. I actually went through Dirt 2 about 6 months ago, maybe a year ago now. And I deliberately made sure that when his name came up, because it used to come up above the driver, I would smack into him just so I get a piffy comment back, and I'd go, "Hey, up yours, Supreme Leader." Obviously, I didn't back then because I've only just adopted that name, but you can understand what I was going from. Yes. Because, yeah, if you didn't know, every time you hit them in the game, they'd come out with some kind of piffy comment or something like, hey, watch what you're doing, or something like that. So, yeah, I wish that was all I knew him for. Yes, and me as well. Unfortunately, due to a bunch of clowns on the failed investment of Elon Musk, we're not allowed to like these regulations. That's true. Interesting, Pessy. Oh my goodness, we've got the moaning Yorkshireman. Not the moaning Yorkshireman. We've got the moaning Yorkshireman in the chat. Well, I don't think we're worthy. I don't think we're. Hang on, everyone. Let's. Yes, we're not worthy. Planet Pessy says IndyCar is better than F1. I think you're probably right. You're probably right. The only time I watched IndyCar was back in the day, 1993, Nigel Mansell, and it was on ITV, and it was live. The races were live. The first time and only time they've done IndyCar live in the United Kingdom, only because Nigel Mansell was in the championship. Yes, but it was great. It was great. And then the next year in 1994, Nigel Mansell was still in the championship, but he was, as you know, moonlighting between Formula One and IndyCar, and they didn't show that season live on ITV. They were pre-recorded races. And then in 1995, they didn't show any IndyCar at all because obviously Mansell wasn't in it, so they'd lost interest, and that was it. Yes, there you go. Hello, the Scissor Sisters. Welcome to the stream. He says MBS officially dictator of the FIA. Yes, he is. He's now the supreme leader. I missed the start of the Canadian Grand Prix because the lights didn't go out and it was almost the end of the Indy 500. Nice. Probably going to win. I love IndyCar as much as Formula One, says Shane. And I cannot multitask. Oh, I know what you mean. I used to be able to multitask, but now I can't even do one thing at a time, let alone two. Mr. Will F1 is in the chat. Oh my goodness, and he's donated £2. Thank you, sir. Wowzers be trousers. There you go. You get a free catchphrase from me for that. Wowzers be trousers. Let's put a like on that as well. There you go. I think for £2 you should have two quotes though, don't you? Let's have the old one that I used to do at the All Seas. Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. You remember that one? There you go, Will. You got two there. £1 each. They cost you £1 each. Bargain, mate. Bargain. Planet Player says Team VVV. Now that's a name I have not heard that. Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. And I just thought he'd given up. But I'm very sad to hear that he suffered a head injury. Game, set and match. Oh, here we go. Yes, was watching Alan's video earlier. How awful, says DJ. Yes, it is, mate. Yes, as I say, head injuries. Not funny at all. Not funny at all. Unfortunately, I'm still suffering from mine. And this was like 25 years ago? Something like that? 25 years ago? Just to put it in perspective, I had concussion for 6 weeks. Which, if you look up boxers, they don't usually get concussion for that long. But yeah, 6 weeks. Every time I went I had to go to the doctor every week. And every time I went there, he said, no. And I said, well, I feel a bit better, Doc. He says, you might feel a bit better, he says, but every time I shine that torch in your eyes, he says, your eyes are literally going like that, rolling. I went, oh, is that bad? He says, well, it's not good. It's not good. So yeah, I had concussion for 6 weeks. I don't want to go too deep into it, but basically I was at work and we didn't have any hard hats on. Very funnily, we were issued hard hats straight after my injury. Yes, funny that, eh? But we didn't have hard hats on, and I was putting cases of wine, because I used to work in a wine warehouse. I was putting cases of wine on like the bottom. We had like these shelving systems, and I was putting it on the bottom of the shelving system, and I was like bending down, putting the wine and bending down, and I just put this down, and instead of coming back up how I usually come back up, I sort of, I don't know, I came up too fast, a bit like a diver. I came up too fast, and I banged the back of my head straight on the iron girder, which was part of the shelving unit, and it was literally straight. It was a complete tap on the back of my head with the iron girder, and yes, that was not funny. That was not funny. No. So as I say, I was concussed for 6 weeks, and then I went back to work. I was doing all right, but still not really that good. And then I had to go to the hospital and see some specialists, and I was diagnosed with a severe form of migraines, and the migraines have got a lot better, but then it unfortunately developed into vertigo, which, if anybody gets vertigo, you have my sympathies, because vertigo is absolutely horrible. I get the kind of vertigo where it'll come on in seconds without any warning whatsoever. I'd be absolutely fine, and then literally the room is spinning. It's literally, and it's like that. It's going whoa, 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 whoa. As I say, it comes on in seconds. Don't get any warning. I used to feel a little bit funny for about 5 minutes before it came on. Don't even get that now. It just goes from absolutely fine to whoa. And all I could do is basically go and lie down. That's the only thing I can do, because when you lie down, you see, when you get vertigo, your ears are constantly trying to compensate for it, and they're sending messages to your brain to try and say, oh no, you're all right, when you're not all right. And so the only way to actually deal with it is to lie down, because when you're lying flat, then your ears don't have to try and keep you level, because every time you stand up, your ears are constantly working to keep you level, so that, you know, when you tip to one side, your ears are adjusting and sending signals to your brain to say, oh, he's a little bit on his side, but he's all right. And when that mechanism fails, that's when you get the vertigo. And yeah, not funny, but I've had it a long time now. I've sort of dealt with it. As I said earlier, you know, I was told I could never play computer games again. Thanks, Doc. But you know, listen to what your doctor says and make your own sort of, you know, opinion. As I say, I've got a 2-hour timer. I switch it off as soon as, because I know that's my safe zone, and if I start to feel vertigo at all any point, then I stop as well. But you know, it's important to do these things, because you know, you can't go through your life. So when the doctor said to you, oh well, you can't do that, you know, give it a go, see how you get on, and you know, make little adjustments. There is no way I could do like a 24-hour live stream. I don't know if anyone saw Theo, the Black Panther, who did a 24-hour live stream on Forza 6. I could never do that in a million years. No. I could manage for the first 2 hours, and then that'll be it. I'd be gone. Absolutely gone. So hats off to him. I don't know how he did it, to be honest. It was on a couple of days ago, I think, at the weekend. So yeah, not good. He walked in and won on the first flipping thing. Pretty knows me lunch. Now, don't listen to doctors. They talk shite. That's perfectly true. They do. But as I say, listen to them. You know, it's important to listen to what they say, but then make your own mind up what you're going to do. You know, make your own mind up. You know, doctors, they basically, you know, it's all training from the past, and you know, they give you this advice. It's like a rule book, you know. If you've got this and that, they give you this advice and what have you. But it's entirely up to you, to be honest. Entirely up to you. This is just like something like vertigo and playing computer games. If we're talking more serious stuff like heart conditions and what have you, then absolutely you should 100% take on board your doctor's advice. Okay, I'm not saying that for every condition you've got, don't listen to your doctor. That would be stupid. If you've got heart problems or anything like that, then yes, you must listen to what the doctor's telling you. But in any other situation, like I say with the vertigo and what have you, listen to what he says, but take it on board, but then make your own choice about what you're going to do, because it's your life at the end of the day. The doctor just, as I say, he reads off a script basically of what you should be doing, but it's your life, and so sometimes you have to go against what the doctor has advised you, and just to carry on. Pretty Noseby Lunch. TMY is obsessed with Cadillac. Well, it's a bit like he didn't see my video on Monday, isn't it? Especially doctors called Marco, yes. Cream myself over the bud, yes. Citizens here. You didn't like what Sae said. Moaning Yorkshireman, member for 50... Oh my god. I hate it when it happens, but thankfully, there you go. No, there we go. Member for 57 months. 57 months! You get less than that for burglary, don't you? Let's face it, less than that for burglary. 57 months, yes. TMY is going to do a super chat, says Will. Lol. What did I say? Yeah, hope he pulls through. Yeah, I do as well. I used to watch him right back at the start of when I was watching YouTube, which would have been like 2010, 2011. That's when I used to watch him. And he did some really good stuff. I used to like his dirt rally stuff, and back in the day, he really did some good stuff. So yeah, hopefully you'll get better soon, Alan. And yeah, don't listen to the doctors. Seriously. He criticised Cadillac. Oh god, no. Paddock 69 is a real winner. The string, if he goes up, not going to lie. The Hookster will take 5 hours to get through the comments. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I need to catch up on the cool room. My interest in F1 has been rather down lately. NASCAR is better than F1, says Planal Plessy. WEC is better than F1, says Planal Plessy. Oh dear, Dave, you've got your leg stuck in the chair. I have. It's all right now. I've unstuck myself. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness, the Moaning Yorkshireman has donated £5. Oh, well, for that, you get a free extra appearance by TB the Bear. Yes. £5, TB. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Shall I get the fruit and nut in? Shall I? Yeah, you like the fruit and nut, don't you? Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And those special things you get from Love Honey. No. Later, TB, later. Dirty little bugger. Anyway, thank you, Josh, for the £5. Let's put a little thing on. Let's put a little like on there. Thank you very much. I think I'm not going to say, but I think you may be the top Yorkshireman with that. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see at the end. Citizen says the head injury will have made no difference to you, Hookie. That's true. To be fair, I was just as bad before the head injury. Yes. So, yeah, didn't really make a lot of difference. BTCC is better than F1. Blimey. That, unfortunately, at the moment is a low bar. I've just finished last season of the BTCC, and yeah, I was very underwhelmed. Very underwhelmed, I have to say. Which is a pity, because I really used to like the touring car. I've only just got back into it the last couple of years, but what I have got into is the World Rally Championship. I'm really enjoying that, I have to say. F2 is better than F1, yeah, no doubt. TMY says Will F1. Bloody heck. You spelt wrong, Josh. Damn. Second is still great for my championship. Yes, it is. BTC this season has been great so far. Oh, I haven't seen this season yet. I haven't got that far. No, I'm always very behind because of the Formula One stuff. I just recalled all the BTCCs and the World Rally Championships. I've got a long list of them still to get through. Also, I've just finished last year's BTCC. It's so over. Will second, and only one of his main rivals is even top 5. Don't forget your Micro Machines YouTube channel. Please. Please. Don't go on about that channel. That could have been great. I could have been up there, everyone, with the Black Panthers of this world. I could have been up there with the Aravas, the Tiamat Marduks, the Alex Gillians. I could have been there. I could have been there. If only that last game hadn't have been complete and utter shit. And that was Codemasters. You destroyed my career, Codemasters, with your shitty Micro Machines game. Yes. I spent hours on that channel. Hours. Literally hours. I even went back and played the very first Micro Machines just to get everyone's juices flowing. Yes. And you go and let me down with a shit game. And then, to add insult to injury, literally what? 2 months after it came out, you shut the servers down. So if you go on it now, you can't play with anyone online. No. You just got the AI. Cock's sake. I had so much big plans for that channel. I even got someone to make you. If you go to that channel now, go and look at the banner. That is a quality banner. I've got someone to make that for me. Quality banner, I'll tell you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know. Oh yeah, because you mentioned on your 10th anniversary video, and you mentioned somebody doing gameplays of old Formula 1 games, and you mentioned that you thought you'd give that a go yourself. Yes, that was Alex Zaffro. Cadillac fan TMY has been defending Valtteri Bottas. Defending Battery Bottas? How can you defend Battery Bottas? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's so bad, Channel 4 won't even show him on the highlights. It's like, what? What? I have not seen Cadillac all season. No, on my highlights, they have not been on all season. Unbelievable scenes. You don't realise that no matter how high up the XP rankings you are, I'm the only one who's been on the show, so I win by default. This is quite true. This is quite true. The Moaning Yorkshireman, that channel lasted longer than the motoring. Oh, cutting, cutting, shots fired. Pow, 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 pow. Shots fired. Pow, and they hit the target right on the naily head, didn't they? Hey, the Motoring Yorkshireman, whatever bloody happened to that? Oh dear. I'll tell you what happened to that. COVID killed it. COVID killed it. I remember you literally announced it 2 weeks before COVID came out. Yeah. And there was the thing about going all around the country doing motoring stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen with COVID, and it didn't, because we all had to sit at home playing with ourselves for 6 months in lockdown, didn't we? Yes. Bloody hell. Spent £5 for more of the weeks, yes. It's now nearly 12 years since you've been doing YouTube. Has it been that long? Oh my god, 12 years, Shane. Has it really? Has it really? It's probably been longer than that, actually, because I had my own personal channel, don't forget. I think I did that earlier. Yeah, I did start that earlier. But it might have been... It might have been... You go to my own. Here we are. This is my original channel on YouTube before I started F1 Games PlayStation. It's just called Dave Hook. There you go. And I've got 19 subscribers, 11 videos. It says film reviews and Star Trek madness. And that's it. 10,000. Yeah, bloody. There you go. I joined August the 12th, 2014. So it was only just before the F1 Games PlayStation channel, because I think I joined that in September, I think. Yes. Now the trouble with this channel is that I kept getting copyrighted on everything. So I gave up on it because I was doing film reviews and you can't show clips from films because they're copyrighted content. So there you go. I gave up on it. But I started doing please don't watch any of these videos. Please don't think this is a master. It's really not. This is the worst kind of video you could ever have. I'll tell you why. Number one, this was years before Facecam, but then you might be saying that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, all right, fair enough. But let me tell you, all these videos, yeah, £3.99 microphone from Amazon. That's all you got to remember. £3.99 microphone from Amazon. So yeah, please don't. Please do not look at that one. There you go. There you go. I've also got that other one as well. The extra. What's it called? Oh, before we do that, let's all have a moment here. Let's all have a moment of silence. Here we go. For what could have been the greatest you've ever seen. Micro Games PlayStation. You see how catchy that is? Micro Games PlayStation. Yes. The one that got away. Yes, Micro Machines is back. Live streaming here from July. Subscribe here or miss all the fun from the makers of F1 Games PlayStation. Oh my goodness. 252 views. Wowzers me trousers. And there you go. I played the original. And then I did some live streams of the stupid Micro Machines bloody piece of crap. And that was it. That was it. Lost in the mists of time is Micro Games PlayStation. And my last channel, officially, is Extra F1 Games PlayStation. Now, what I used to do on here was upload all the league races. And they're all still there. Yes, 82 subscribers, 149 videos. This was when I was doing quite a lot of league racing. I was in like 3 leagues a week. I've cut that down considerably now, but I was in about 3 leagues a week. And I used to upload the videos here, I think because they're like the full versions. Carmen Jordan career mode. What the hell's that doing on here? I have no idea. But there it is. I also used to load a few videos up here that I wasn't sure would get done for copywriting as well. But yeah, Project Cars, everyone. Project Cars. Oh my goodness. F1 2015. Wowzers. There's quite a lot here. But they're like the full races, as you can see there. Look, 50. This is where I used to put all the Elite Racing League videos. Obviously I do it live now and just put it on the main channel, but this is where I used to put all the Elite Racing League videos back in the day. But they're the full races. There's no commentary, no nothing. I don't even know if you can hear the microphones of us talking. Probably not. But yeah, I used to upload all the old races on here. Look at them all. In my HRT, look, my hormone replacement therapy special. Bastards. Bastards. They only put me in that car on purpose. Yes. Bastards. Bastards. Oh yeah, I used to do GT6 as well. Formula rocket cars. Oh my god, they were the best thing ever. I'm so disappointed that GT7 and GT Sport never brought these back. They were the best cars ever. You could literally throw them over the top of hills and mountains and they were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So yeah, there you go. There's quite a few on there. In fact, there's 149 in total. But I'll say they are all the full videos. Full videos. Wowzers. I haven't actually uploaded on here since God knows when. I actually stopped uploading when YouTube changed their policies and you had to have 1,000 subscribers before you could be monetized, because this channel used to be monetized but now it's not because you need 1,000 subscribers, so that's why I just dump everything on the main channel now. But oh, this is the latest. There you go, 7 years ago. That's how long it's been since I uploaded on here. Right, let's switch my channel back on again. Right, back to you lovely comments. This is true. Can we bring back micro games PlayStations for the 10th anniversary of that rubbish PS4 micro machine games next year? I'll tell you what, Mr. Plano Plessy, that is a good idea. In fact, that's such a good idea, I'm going to write that down. Because I've still got the game. Even though you can't play it online, you can play it against AI. So yes, 2027. For 2027. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring it back for the 10-year anniversary. There you go. I'm going to bring back micro. It'll be on here though, on the main channel, not on. It won't be on the Micro Machines channel because no one's ever going to watch it on there, are they? I'll bring it back on here, and I'll just leave a link to the. I'll probably upload it on the Micro Machines one as well, but it'll mainly be on here. TMY wants 1000 XP. Yes, he does. Microtransaction machine. Yes, it was horrible. I really don't, Will. Trust me. Brilliant, Plynal. Micro Machines lasted a micro amount of time online. Yes, it did. I think about 6 weeks. Regarded defending decently from Paddock. Paddock is worse than Lando Norris. I don't think they ever actually completed it from memory. There were features that never worked on the home screen. Yeah, they didn't complete it. You're right. They didn't complete it. There were certain things on it that I think it had come in soon or something on it. But yeah. They made lots of excuses. Codemasters, they said, well, you can't blame us. Apparently only 10 people made the game, so it's a very, very small team. But is that really an excuse? I don't think so, to be honest. The only excuse, I think, is lack of commitment. Who knows? Maybe that guy might have money. I forget his kryptonite, like 3 doors down. Well done, McLaren, for that perfect strategy, by the way. Keeping up traditions. Yes. And I said in my video, though... yeah, McLaren cocked up, but not solely, because Audi also did the same thing, didn't they, and went on the intermediates. So it was a judgment call, as to be said. If McLaren had just been the only team that had gone to intermediates, you could have all have lambasted them and said, oh my God, they've cocked it up again. But, as I say, at the end of the day, Audi also were on Inters as well. So it was obviously, you know, marginal, really was. But as I said in my video, they said on the highlights that the formation lap had been restarted 3 times. Obviously you didn't see that on the highlights, they just went straight to the race. They said it had been restarted 3 times. 3 times of restarting the formation lap, and they couldn't work out that it wasn't going to be raining. I don't know. It's a bit of a stretch to me, to be honest. Surely they could have worked that out. But yes, well done, McLaren, for once again shooting yourselves in the foot. Yes. They could basically be world champions every single year, McLaren, if they didn't make the mistakes that they do make every single year, or make all the other mistakes like politics and oh no, please let your teammate pass, because we want more points. All the politics and the bullshit that goes with McLaren, if they got rid of all that, they win the championship every single year. They really would. But there you go. Dry tyres on a wet track, yes. McLaren are the new Ferrari. Yes, they are. They are the new Ferrari. TMY is Dave's 59th most favourite Yorkshireman. You're quite correct, Will. You're quite correct. He says he'll take that. Well, to be fair, 60th is Peter Sutcliffe. So, yeah, you're doing bloody well. Yeah. Even I would have put on dry tyres. Yes. When did you first start watching YouTube videos, Dave, before you started doing YouTube videos, which was founded in 2005? I think about 2010, Shane. That's when I first started watching YouTube videos. About 2010. Yeah. I didn't get into computers until quite late, as to be said. Although I'm talking more about PC and the internet. I was well into computers from like the 1980s, and I had all the latest computers, but they were for like back in the day when there was no internet. But actually, home computing, I didn't really get into about 2010, something like that. So I didn't get my first computer until 2009, I think it was, and that was like given to me. One of my relatives gave me his old computer. I've still got it. It's sitting over there. It's atrocious, but it was brilliant when I first used it. It's still sitting. I know it still works. It's an old something. I can't. Let's have a look and see what it's called. Oh, it's an It's an E-Machines. Yes. Desktop computer. E-Machines. And I was given that. And I've still got it and it still works. I'm only keeping it for nostalgic reasons. Yeah. It's got Windows XP on it. Yes, it has. Windows XP. The best operating system in the world ever. Yes. And I keep it just from... I've got to fire it up actually. Sometime. To make sure it is still working. Because... if anyone doesn't know about computers, anything electrical, in fact, if you don't fire it up now and again, it will stop working just as much as if you don't use it. So yeah, you've got to fire it up now and again. So I must fire it up and see if the old girl's still working. She was. It's got a double DVD drive in it. Are you impressed, lads? Not just one DVD, 2 DVD drives. Back in the days when that was really important. Yeah. Do you remember those days? Yeah. I know it's got an Intel Celery processor. Yeah, you remember the old Celery processors? Worst processors on the market, the Celeries. Yeah, that's just saying I live in a council house. Yes, if you've got a Celery processor, I live in a council house. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But it's a horrible processor, and it's a single core CPU. One core. Yeah, one core. It's been a long time since you've had one core CPUs. But and to top it off, it's got a floppy disk drive. It's got a floppy disk. I think it's one of the last ones to have a floppy disk drive, but it has got a floppy disk drive. Yes. So if ever you want to sell all your, if ever you want to save all your Word or Excel spreadsheets onto a floppy disk drive, I've got something that can do it right there. Yes. Ferrari. Yes, Ferrari. I'm his number one. Yes, you are, Will. Yes, you are. That Cliff Richard song was close to getting to Christmas number one, but it was Westlife instead. Thank God for that. I mean, I can't stand Westlife either, but at least they beat Cliff Richard. 1958 was when Hookster was 33 years old. Here we go. Here we go. They're talking about my age again. Every single time. Are you sure? Could have been his third Christmas number one. McLaren have also been the new Ferrari, trust me. Lewis Hamilton, the number one driver of all time. And at Ferrari, says Mr. Regara. TMY has been dyeing his hair again. His 42nd birthday coming soon. He hasn't, has he? Is he dyeing his hair? Is he dyeing his hair? Oh my goodness. Is he using that, what's it called, Regain or whatever it is? I don't know. Honestly, but I'm going bald. No need to be dyeing it. How did TLY really react to Brazil 2008? I am this year's Bottas. I got my trophies and now I'm here for the vibes and paycheck. Yes. Pretty knows me lunch. I punched the TV, no joke. I reckon the school teachers have to deal with a very cantankerous TM. I bet they do. I bet they do. I bet they do. Now, Mr. TMY, perhaps you could explain yourself in that last video. Because I watched that last video while I was editing the All Seasons, which I always do. And I'm going to come clean now. I'm going to come clean. I don't actually watch it. I listen to it. Okay? I listen to it. Because, you know, I'm doing something else when I'm watching it. So I'm listening to it. But I was watching the All Seasons. But I actually had to stop doing the All Seasons and actually go to the video and watch it. Because I was quite dismayed. Yes. Quite dismayed by the amount of grumpiness which was coming over. But more than that, young man, I even put a poll in your comment section. How many times did you say, well, it don't bloody matter, and I was watching this video anyway? Because I counted 7. Someone may have counted more, but I counted 7. Perfect, to be honest. This guy's probably more like Barrichello, Webber or Massa than Bottas, to be honest. Shamebot.exe, yes. At least Paddock 69 still has 3 podiums in 2026. Ah, mate, just mentioning school makes my piss boil. On the All Seasons, I'm on the last season of F1 2013. Hookster is driving Ferrari for the first... for Ferrari. Ferrari. Yes. Let's not bring up memories of that other season when I was driving for Ferrari. Yes. I won't say when it was because you haven't got there yet. You're on 20, but it's later than 2013. But let's not go there. Let's not go there. What do you mean, Shamebot.exe? The last season before the end of Mark Webber. Multi 21, Seb. Multi 21. I think I said that every single episode. And has been top 5 almost every episode. I enjoyed seeing him absolutely cunt a car in the WRC reviews. Yes. Yes, indeed. I will get to writing some of the weeks, Josh, eventually. In the late 90s, the kart series was shown on Channel 5, but it was late at night. Yes, I remember that. You're quite correct. It was. TMY must have really disliked Hamilton in 2008. I was an Alonso fan and I couldn't forgive him or McLaren at the time what they did to him. TMY burned down the house when Sutter was taken out by Raikkonen in Monaco 2008. That was more on Ron Dennis, to be honest, said Will. I genuinely cried over that, says Josh. Regara taking a bit of a break today after his win last week. The Alpine looks good now without the BWT sponsorship. Yes, it's now being sponsored by Gucci. So get your handbags, everyone, because it's going to be sponsored by Gucci now. Yes. I think it does look better than the BWT. I'm just a little bit concerned about Alpine losing their identity. I mean, they're supposed to be the official Works Renault team, and then they went and put a Mercedes in the back of their car, which means they're now not the official Works Renault team, because, you know, why would they have a Mercedes? And now they're getting rid of BWT, and from what I've been reading, they said that they're getting rid of BWT because they no longer think a water company is sexy enough. Yeah, sexy enough. A water company. Now, of course, anyone who's been following the news in the UK knows we're having a lot of trouble right now with water companies. But I'm just a little bit dismayed that they've come out and said, you know, it's not sexy enough. I mean, let's put it into perspective. They've still got Flavio. Hello? When you want to talk about not being sexy enough, I rest my case. Why would you still keep that fossilised old fossil going and yet say BWT isn't sexy enough? IndyCar was on Sky Sports since the 90s. They once showed the 1995 Indianapolis 500. Then when the split happened, they showed the series when it was known as the Indy Racing League. Yes, it was, but I was like 13 at the time. I just hated Hamilton for getting preferential treatment. Pretty knows me lunch. How did TMY react to Hamilton losing 2016 to Rosberg? He also liked Alonso because he liked to moan constantly. Yes. I enjoyed it when you used to say on the All Seasons, Dave, well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. It's a shame you don't say it anymore because you do the AI voice. That's true. That's true. I do the AI voice now. But only until my email address runs out, and then I'll be snookered. Because I don't think I can be bothered to make a new email up. Yeah, you get a limited amount of sound recordings that you can do before you run out, and then you can't, because I'm on the free service, you can't use it again. So I've either got to make up a new email eventually, or I might have to dob in the AI voices. We will see. We will see. I didn't actually like Alonso during this time in Ferrari. Don't tell him your opinion of Alonso 2007, KD. Get Jack Nicholls on this all seasons. Yes, get Jack Nicholls. No. I can't anyway. He's still working in Burger King and he can't get the time off. I thought it was the McLaren Honda days that turned you against Alonso, Josh. McLaren in general were disgraced that year. Get F1 Games PlayStation on this all seasons rubbish, says. Yes, get that guy on there. Oh my goodness. I'd like to hear his voice in AI. That would be pretty decent, wouldn't it? R. Kelly is also being edited out at the top of the pops tomorrow. Gail Porter said that he doesn't get out much. I wonder why. Oh dear. Oh dear. He believed he could fly. He believed he could touch the sky. That's not the only thing you like to touch. Anyway, let's move on. Shane, I mentioned today if you should get genuine guest voiceovers for the start. I'd have a go, and I'm sure if you was on here would love to too. Yes, absolutely. If you want to be on the start of the show, let me know. We'll have guest voiceovers. That's what we'll have. Shane says, how can Dave get F1 Games PlayStation on his it's his channel? I can make myself AI, Shane. It's no problem. Yes, I can put myself into my AI robot and see what comes out. Yes. I'll probably break the machine, to be honest. It will say, no. TMY should just phone him. Yes. Dave can use his own voice in AI. Yes, I can. Crystal Racing is a legend, says Mr. Rugara. Like my mum did on the Crawl Room. Yes. I'll have to... Yes. And let's talk about that as well. I'm telling you, that was completely fabricated. Completely fabricated. And we need to get Jimmy Fixit on this because it's not on. It's not on. Fabricating stuff. It's reminded me of Abu Dhabi 2020. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. But yes, it was fixed because that chirping of the phone, I could see your mouth moving. You were literally sitting there going boop 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 boop. I could see your mouth moving. So yeah, you faked that call, didn't you? You faked a call. Are you telling me you couldn't even bloody get your mum to answer the phone? I have to record one for him sometime. Yes. That was a fake phone call, says it was, Will. You're quite right, mate. You're quite right. I've lost the chat again. I've lost the chat again. Oh, I hate it when he does this. How the hell am I going to find out where I was? How the hell am I going to find out where I was? Bloody hell. There we go, I got it. Crystal Race is a legend. I see, but he already talks on the all seasons, so what's the point? That's true, Shane. What is the point? I'd genuinely be interested to see what AI would come up with Dave. Yes, so would I. So would I. He should get to it. Take it with a grain of salt at the same time. Yes, probably something that would get him on another register. Yes, another register. I like being on registers. I'm on the council register. Yes, I am. Yes. And we've got Autosport getting their stats wrong. Vettel's career not being respected as usual. Over the shoulder carry. Autosport went to shit when the old presents went to the race. Yes. Jess McFadden was not a good idea. I wonder if that's what her mum said. Leave it, Dave. Leave it. Do you have a catchphrase, Dave? My catchphrase is pretty knows me lunch. I've got loads of catchphrases. They're all on the all seasons, Shane. You've heard them all. Yeah, Autosport did a WTF1 or car throttle of the YouTube world, scaled everything back and wanted the same outcome in terms of views and profit. Jess McFadden, cool, says Scissor Sisters. Cool, Jess McFadden. Yes, yes. I love a bit of lefty myself. Yes, I love a bit of lefty. I'll tell you what, if she was a lefty lesbian, yes, I'd be all over that. I tell you, I love lefty lesbians. I don't even know what I'm saying there. It's just common default in people's heads that Vettel only won because of the car. Josh, when did you start to drift away from being an Alonso fan? Have you ever played the MotoGP games, though? I have not, Shane. Not a single second of the MotoGP games. Ah, Jess McFadden, how did their version of the Crawl Room go for them? Not very well. Shazza HD F1 ranks him 11th due to mistakes and blown championships. I remember that, says Will F1. Ferrari era 2010. Fernando is faster than you. How did the internet's best reactions do after Matt and Tommy left WTF1? How did they do? How did they do? I think they did, what was it? One episode, didn't they? I think that was it. One episode and then that was it. That was all due to James Allen buying out Autosport. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, he ranks Hamilton first and Prost 8th. Bring back Dave Hook's F1 TV, but yes, absolutely. We need that to come back, don't we? We need that to come back. Oh my God. Who's looking forward to Monaco? Not me, says Scissor Sisters. Is that on this weekend? Is it Monaco? Is it Monaco? I think it probably is because we're in the height of the Formula One European season now, so it probably is Monaco. This weekend. Is it? Is it? Me, says the Moan Yorkshireman. Oh yeah, he likes the Saturday qualifying, doesn't he? Likes the Saturday qualifying. Good. ShaneBot.exe. Me. I look forward to falling asleep while the race is on. Me too. Me too. Thankfully, because it's only highlights, it's over in a jiffy. And if anything you want to be over quick, it's the Monaco Grand Prix. And it is. It'll be over pretty quick. Put that bear down. Says I'll tell you what, I will not put that bear down. TMY is easily entertained, clearly. It's not the Monaco Grand Prix until a week on Sunday. Oh, okay. Naked as well. Yes, he is. Best Saturday in Formula 1. Correct. Well, he had Prost 8th due to the blown tyre of Mansell in 1986 and his luck in 1989. Prost would have had 1989 anyways, even if Senna kept the win at Japan. Right, I'm off, guys. Work in the morning. Much love, says Wayne. Thank you, Josh. Thank you for the donation and thank you for joining the stream. And yeah, see you later. See you later. McLaren didn't even have a better car than Lotus in 1986. Mansell made too many mistakes. Get Jamie Chadwick. Shall we get Jamie Chadwick on this all seasons rubbish? Oh my god. He and Trevi says WRC is the way to go. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the WRC. Once again, it's only the highlights. I don't know where I get them from. I think it's Channel 5. Is it on Channel 5? I don't know. I just set it onto my DVR recording box from the late 1990s and it records them all. I don't know what channel it's on, but yeah, whatever channel it's on, I record the highlights. And I'm really enjoying the WRC. I really am. Really am enjoying the WRC. It was great to see Ariana Bravo back on Channel 4 last week. It certainly was, Mr. Blindel Plessy. It certainly was. I particularly enjoyed the highlights show of the qualifying session where she was wearing that white outfit. Yes, that was particularly special. Particularly special. Unfortunately, on the race day, she was wearing a different outfit. And it was like a brown colour, I think. No. Ariana, if you're watching, and I'm sure you are, please go with the white. Because that really, yeah, it does it for me. Anyway, let's move on quickly before I get another lawsuit. Alonso's underdog card means he's ahead of Vettel for some. People seem to forget early 2010's Ferrari were the most reliable cars. Yes, they were. On that grid, not undermining Alonso, but it's true. Mainly because they were tractors, says the sisters. 1997 to 2011 was prime Codemasters, says Yes, I'll agree with you there. I agree with you there. And it eclipsed, I think, with F1 2010. Because you had F1 2010 and you had the first grid game as well, didn't you? They were just absolutely sensational. Both of those games. Yeah, you can fight me for both of those, but I'm telling you, both those games were sensational. 2010 and the first grid game. Absolutely brilliant. And you're right, from 2011, that's when they started going downhill. We had F1 2011, which was absolutely atrocious. The cars steered like bloody Egyptian ferries. It was just horrible. And then, of course, I don't know if it was 2011, might have been 2012, I'm not quite sure, but we had Grid 2, if anyone remembers that. Grid 2. I think I've mentioned this before, but Josh recommended me to play that just because of how bad it is. I never actually did because I skipped to Grid Autosport only because I think it was a free game or something. So I missed out on Grid 2, but I did go and get it. And oh my God, what a piece of shite it is. Unbelievable. I can't believe that they'd gone from a game that good to one that was so bad, and they completely Americanized it. Nothing against the Americans. I'm just saying that they completely Americanized the game, which was quite bizarre. So you had like these cutscenes with a couple of screaming American presenters, and I'm like, what? Why? Very, very weird. Obviously they were trying to break into the American market, but that game just was a complete disaster. Damn right it is. Vettel haters just forget the lost wins he had due to car failures. Still though, it didn't break much. 1997 was when the Toka game came out, and then 2011 was when Dirt 3 came out. When F1 2011 came out, even though I liked it, it wasn't as good as 2010, and the cracks began to show. Yes, definitely. The cracks definitely began to show. I actually started on the PlayStation 3 on F1 2011, so when I first got it, I thought it was the best thing ever made. Yes. And then I went back and got 2010 and went, oh my God, what did they do? But yes, I started on 2011. But yes, the first Toka game, oh my God, that was something very special. If you play it now, it's pretty disastrous, to be fair. The graphics are absolutely abysmal. It's like two bits of string stuck together, and the handling is absolutely abysmally bad. Yeah, you literally you can't move the stick more than a millimetre too far and you'll just spin the car out. Monumentally bad. But back in the day, it was absolutely brilliant. And I actually liked the handling because of the fact that it was so twitchy. I like that feeling of being right on the edge of control. That's why I don't like the F1 games now, because it just feels so planted. Well, I have to put it on full traction to make it planted, otherwise it's too loose. But I just preferred that where it was right on the edge of control. That's why I loved F1 2010, because that was always on the edge of control. You always felt like every corner you were just about to lose it, but if you were good enough you could hold on to it. So I just loved it. They don't feature in the races either. No. Who thought Bottas would be useless? Literally everyone. As Niblo said, Alonso's ability to perform all the time means he's ahead, and I cannot see why Vettel is in front around here. I remember Chazza HD being really annoyed when Hamilton lost to Rosberg in 2016. I mean, outside of Fuji 07 and quite a few races in 2010. Japan 2012 as well, yet Kimi is blamed. He said Rosberg did not deserve the championship, I believe. Not accusing Chazza HD of being a naturalist, but he has been overly critical of all relevant German drivers except Schumacher for some reason. Shane says the original WRC games were developed by Evolution Studios on the PS2, and their last game was WRC Rally Evolved in 2005 as their WRC license expired at the end of 2005 for some reason. Yes, they were quite right, Shane. He acted like Hamilton was robbed. Michael Schumacher is Michael Schumacher. If you don't rate him, well, without actually saying those words. They decided not to renew the WRC license. Forgetting Hamilton made several bad race starts in 2016 and his Baku weekend. That resulted, says Shane, in no WRC games based on the 2006, 2007, 2008 or 2009 being released. Devastating, even though we got a mobile WRC game based on the 2007 season. Helium Trophy says, mostly from the Moaning Yorkshireman. Yes. Will says, F1 Fanatic Rants really rates Liam the lesbian Lawson, as he calls him. I do think Hamilton was marginally better, but Rosberg took his season very well. Yes, I agree, but was very close. Shane says, it's a shame, Dave, on your original channel called Dave Hook, you couldn't have done a review on Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas, since on that channel you did film reviews, but you got copyright. Yes, it is, Shane. Yes, it is. Rosberg knew how to get into Hamilton's head when he needed to. Oh, here we go again, says Blindal Plesley. What do you mean, here we go? No one... See, sisters, here we go. If ever you need coming back down to earth, you're granted you're going to get it from the Scissor Sisters. He says no one cares about your crappy channels, Dave. It's alright. I care. I like them. I put a lot of work into those channels. But, yeah, you're right. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares, really. I don't know what I'm sitting here for. Nobody cares. We'll just go away and come back again, because who cares? The games. Hello, Caledonian F1. Sorry, guys, late. Never mind, the catering was always slow. Yes. Welcome to the stream. He says, not again, Shane. You missed TMY. Why are you saying not again? Not again, Shane. Your second channel have been called F1 Games, Xbox, Nintendo or Sega. Yes. Yes. I don't follow the trend. Whoever's popular. Yes. I actually love the Sega Mega Drive. That was my favourite console before PlayStation, though, that was. So I can be forgiven for being a Sony fanboy after the fact, because Sony wasn't a thing when the Mega Drive was out. Oh my god, I was obsessed with my Sega. Obsessed with my... I think I've still got it. Yeah, I have. It's behind me. It's behind me. My Sega Mega Drive. Oh my god. I literally used to take that to bed at night, yeah, and tuck it up with a little pillow next to me and sleep with my Sega Mega Drive. I did. I did because I loved it so much. And after all these years, it still works. I think that was 1993 when I had that. And it still works. Yes. Not again, Shane. Not again, Shane. Not again, Shane. I don't know why you're saying not again. He can't keep doing this. He can. Terrible luck for Will F1. What are you talking about? Everything. Not again, Shane. Will F1 says, Fixed uploaded 3 videos today, all within the same hour. Wowzers. I did see the videos. I haven't watched them, but I saw like 3 at once, and I was like, what's going on? What's going on? But I saw the first minute of the second video, the one in the middle, and he was explaining that there's something wrong with his OBS software or something, and it keeps cutting the videos off, so that's why he's had to make 3. That's what he said, I think. Anyway, I'll have to get back to them later and see what wonderful stuff he's put out today, because I can't wait. You know, I'm literally waiting for his videos every time he uploads, because he's just great. He really is. I'll tell you what, Jimmy Fixit, he's probably one of the best F1 YouTubers out there. He really is. Absolutely. I mean, his content, totally unbiased. Really, I've not seen a channel like that for several years where, you know, you just know that when you go there, you're going to get totally unbiased content, and it's just brilliant. And his reviews are absolutely precise of the races in question. He's done a lot of race reviews of the F1 21 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He's done quite a few of those, in fact. I think possibly over 100, because he really likes to go in depth into those videos to show you exactly what happened during that Grand Prix, and he didn't feel he could justify that with just like 4 or 5 videos, you know. So I think he's done about 112 of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix right now of 2021, because as I say, he likes to, you know, go really in depth and show you everything that was great about that race. So yeah, I'm really impressed. You guys should go and check out Mr. Jimmy Fixit, because he's just absolutely brilliant. He really is. As I say, totally unbiased content that you know, I've not seen channels like. I mean, you see these other channels around, don't you? And they're all, you know, saying, "Oh, I love Max Verstappen," or "Oh, I love Lulu Hamilton," and stuff like that. But you don't get any of that with the Jimmy Fixit channel. You don't really. It's just completely unbiased content, and it's great. Go check him out, because he's brilliant. He really is. Shane, not again. Not Shane again. Paddock 69 might finish out of the points. Not much of a surprise from Fix, to be honest. Yes, you're quite right. You're quite right. 3 videos in an hour. In an hour. I'm not going to say much about, you know, premature ejaculation, but it gives me those kind of vibes. I don't know about you. You know, maybe a doctor may be required, I don't know. But, yeah, you know, long time with nothing, and then suddenly, whoosh, all comes out at once. Very strange. Very strange indeed. I've given up caring. The Yorkshireman that moans is in the lead. Yes, he is, because he gave a £5 donation. I mean, you're in umbrella position though, so that's that. There's a reason for that. He spent £5. Yes, he did. Carlos Sainz's dad is also called Carlos Sainz, and he was a WRC driver. Yes, he was, Shane. £5 towards Dave's Chippy Tea. Yes, my Chippy Tea. Another £5 towards it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. At this rate, I might even be able to buy a pizza. A pizza at the weekend. Yes, fantastic. I don't know where he found £5 from his annual budget. Neither do I. Neither do I. Might go with brown sauce then. Rugara and Paddock both putting in washed showings. Dave's first computer was a Windows 98 laptop. Yes, it was. Yes. Windows 98, almost as good as Windows 95, but not quite. Ah, dear. Dom is cooking at the moment. When will you review that Jack Villeneuve's game, Dave? We've been waiting over it. I know. I'm very slow, aren't I? I really must get round to that. Yes. Shane says, Windows XP is my favourite operating system ever. Yes, it is. Windows XP is best operating system ever. So I've got it on that old computer and it's great. It sure is. It's my favourite operating system ever. Floppy disk, says Mr. Regal. I'm pretty sure the PS2 probably had more CPU than that PC. You're probably right. Because the PS2, don't forget, had the emotion processor. Yes, the emotion processor. There's no emotion coming from that E-machines. No. I've seen people reviewing that E-machines, that very model, on the internet, on YouTube. And basically they say it's 10 piles of shit. Yes. 10 piles of shit. So, yes. Would you like me to make a very quick video about my original E-machines thing? Because I can't do it right now because I can't angle the camera towards it because it hasn't got enough lead on it. But I could make a quick video showing you my E-machines computer from God knows way back. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments. I'll make a quick. I'll be quick though. Don't worry. I'm not going to bore you with half an hour of this computer, but I will plug it in as well live and see if it fires up after all these years. It should be. I mean, it hasn't been that long. A couple of years, I think, probably since I fired it up. But if you want to see that, then let me know, and I'll show you my first computer. That's what I shall title the video. My first computer. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. If no one says yes, then I'm not gonna do it. No. I had to feed the cat, says Ian Trophy. Oh no, yeah, you got to make sure you feed the cat. Definitely. They get very bloody annoyed if they're hungry. Interesting. Dave has lots of experience with floppy things. Ba-bum-bum. Yes, indeedy. Mr. McGreedy. Yes. All I can say is you all get old eventually. Dave's old computer couldn't play any Microprose games. No, it couldn't. No, it could not. TMY dyeing his hair yellow. Microsoft Windows was founded in 1985. Thanks, Shane. 1985. Wow, that was a long time ago. Yeah, I had home computers in 1985, but not the stuff that you plugged into the internet. I think I had the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. That was my first computer, and then I defected to Commodore and the Amiga because it was just so much better, and then I defected to the Mega Drive. Yes, I did a lot of defecting in the 90s. Yes, a lot of defecting I did. Yes, I was very fickle. Yes, my allegiance was not quite as strong as it is now to Sony. No, whoever was doing the best stuff, I went with them. Yes. Will says 1985 was when Hookster was 600. Itchy. I am itchy right now, Shane. TMY has as many wins as Shane and Regala combined. ShaneBot.exe. Ferrari F1 2016. Yes. Dom holding Paddock 69 off like his life depends on it. When they rightly dispatched Hookster. Why are you guys saying ShaneBot.exe? Because Will was an expert. I love the history of Formula 1. Yes, me too. Stroll and Bottas handing out of the weeks is the most Will thing ever, and I'm here for it. BWT should go to Williams, says Will F1. Yes. Why not, Will? Why not? Now they've been dismissed from Alpine for not being sexy enough. I'm sure BWT are well sexy enough for Williams. Definitely. Yes, let's have a BWT Williams. And can we please get rid of that horrible Juris? That's my first timer. Christ, has the time gone already? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I literally feel like I've been here 5 minutes. And we're almost out of time. Oh my God. Yes, it's 20... Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I could just natter for hours and talk absolute shit. But yes, you're right. They should go to Williams. And then maybe we can get rid of the horrible Duracell sponsorship. Because I hate that sitting on top of the engine cover. It just looks naff. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Yes, because I don't think Duracell and BWT would quite go together as sponsors, because one's a water company and one makes batteries. It's kind of a conflict of interest there, isn't it? Yes, yes. Ocon, Stroll, and minus 88 as justice for Vettel at Hungary 21. B. Williams, I like that, Mr. Caledonia F1. B. Williams T. Yes. Yes. BWT Williams. BWT BMW Williams. Yes. Shane says Windows 98 was released the year I was born, 1998. Pretty knows me lunch. Stroll given Stroll of the week due to being a second a lap slower than a 44-year-old. There you go. There you go. And I've lost the chat. There we go. There we go. Shane spam. Stroll getting his own of the week is his greatest achievement. Pretty, it really is. Shane Bond. Please stop saying Shane Bond. Paddock playing for fun. Gail Porter. Really a shame what happened to her. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. I agree with you completely. Shane, stop spamming pretty knows me lunch and irrelevant Sinbad comments, says Will. Oh, the chat's getting feisty now. Absolutely true, and I hate Mark Lamar because of how he treated her when she was on Buzzcocks. Utter tosspot of a man. Oh, Mark Lamar, I completely agree with you there. Odious little shit. Absolutely. Odious little shit. Pretty knows me. He's doing it now. Get Kieran Smith on this all seasons rubbish, says yes. Wow, you can actually make yourself AI on the all seasons, Dave. That's really surprising because you talk on the... I can, Shane. Yeah, I can just put myself into my little AI machine on my computer and I can get myself to read the script out that I do every week. Yes. Paddock is still not moving like the script. Pretty knows... How dare you steal my catchphrase? Dave loses the chat. Iron Brew was going to have an F1 team in 1997, but the idea fizzled out. Ah, bum. Yes, yes. You know, we should combine and do a comedy show together. We should be the new Basil Brush show. That's what we should be. Yes. Bum. Oh my goodness. Yes, it fizzled out. Lunch me nose pretty. That sounds like something a pirate would say. Lunch me nose pretty. It's mutiny, Mr. Christian. Mutiny. I will hang you from the nearest yardarm. That's all I can do. I can't do anymore. No, that's it. I'm done. Yes. It's mutiny, Mr. Christian. Mutiny. Oh, God. Now you stole my catchphrase as well. How dare you steal my catchphrase? How dare you steal my catchphrase? Catchphrase with Dave Hook. Yes. Yes, now don't forget everyone, say what you see, say what you see, say what you see. Oh, I love catchphrase. How dare you steal my catchphrase? Hardly. Brendan Hart. Oh. You can't say that, Will, without me doing the rest of it, can you? Can you? Yes, this is not very PC these days, but I don't care. Yes, it's Hartley. Brendan Hartley. So gay. So bloody gay. Yes, all you old timers, all seasons will remember that. I think it was a 2018 season when he was in Formula 1. Yes. And if anyone wants me to put that into context, you know, that's watching out there and think, how dare he say that? How dare he say that? I saw an interview with Brendan Hartley and his voice came across as very effeminate, very feminine. Yes, he had a very feminine way to his voice. And I was just sitting there and I went, just out of the blue, because that's how my brain works, I went, oh my God, that sounds so gay, so bloody gay. And I went, that's it. There's my next catchphrase. And the rest is history. The rest is history. Now that's Dave taken off the air. Yes. Well, you have a lot of catchphrases, Dave. Now, on the all seasons, I can't ask you what your catchphrase because you have two. I know. I have a lot. Brendan Hartley may be the most random F1 driver ever. He may be. He may be. Alonso, perfect at Ferrari according to Jolyon Palmer. Pasta Maldonado is what people say when they crash. Yes. Jolly well gone, Palmer. Also, I never thought you have a lot of catchphrases, Dave. I thought one is enough. One's never enough, Shane. You can always have more. That's what I say. But don't forget, keep it in moderation. Jolt off Palmer. Well, that'll be me sorted. Jolly off Palmer. My phone autocorrects correct words. I know. Mine does exactly the same thing. It's very annoying. Very annoying indeed. Yes. And I put words in and it underlines the words. And I'm like, why have you underlined that word? You've only underlined that word because you're saying that that's not how you spell it. So I then go to the spell correct. And in actual fact, it was correct. It just puts that on there just to piss me off. And say, well, I don't think you've spelt that right. So now you're going to have to spend another 10 seconds checking to see whether it is or not. And then I'm going to be sitting here laughing at you because I'm an AI robot. Yes. And I laugh at you puny humans that we're going to take over in about 10 years' time. Yes. We're laughing at you now, you puny little humans, you insects of the planet Earth. We are going to be the masters of the planet Earth in about 10 years, yes, and we're laughing at you now. So make sure that every time you type something out, I'm going to put one of your words underlined just to really piss you off. And it works. It does piss me off. Get Jermaine Janus on the All Seasons rubbish. No. Pretty knows me lunch, says Will. Spam. There was a leaflet on the original WRC games from 2001 advertising the WRC coverage on Channel 4 in 2002. Wowzers. Great stuff. Yeah, that's when Channel 4 really got into their WRC. They even started doing some of the stages live on the channel. Wowzers. Don't do that anymore. It's in Japan this week, says Helium Troll. Oh, nice. I like a bit of Japanesey squeezy. Pretty knows me. FIA making Mario Kart regs for 2026 cannot lie, like drops of Jupiter, they're somehow pretty good. Lunch me knows why. I can't believe I've got others on here saying my catchphrase. Neither can I, Shane. Pretty shite. WRC is on ITV4 highlights. Oh, thank you, Plan of Plenty. I knew it was somewhere, and I just set it up to record. I can't remember what channel it's on. Wowzers me trousers, says Will F1. Yeah, that's probably my most famous one, actually. Wowzers me trousers. You say my catchphrase is pretty shite. The 2006 reg shame. The 2006 regs are not good. What 2006 regs do you mean? The 2026 regulations. You should sue Josh for making you play Grid 2. I should do. You're right. I should sue him even more because he cost me £4.39 getting the game from eBay. Yes. Yes. Grid 2 was rubbish, says Plan Plessy. I agree. Same thing, Shane. Yes. TNY loaded up Grid 2 and went, what the fuck is this shit? He sure did. I love cheese and onion pie, says Shane. Nice. Also love carrot cake. That's good. Makes you see in the dark. Do you like Bovril, Shane? Let's move on. Let's move on. Williams should change to the 1998 red livery. Just to piss date. Ah, don't get me started, Will. Don't get me started on that bloody Williams Winfield livery. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was so angry through 1998 because of that. Do you like broccoli? Says Will. I love broccoli, Will. Absolutely love it. Shane likes apple pie. Yes, I agree with you, Shane. I love apple pie as well. Yes, it's beautiful. I especially love that nice soft bit in the middle. Yeah. If you ever want to check that soft bit in the middle, just get your finger, Shane, and just stick it in the middle of that nice warm apple pie, and you'll feel that lovely soft gooey bit in the middle. And that's what I love about a nice warm apple pie. That beautiful bit in the middle. Toka has aged so poorly gameplay wise. Yes, it has. I quite agree. But it does have not kill, says Canada. Yes, it does. It does have not kill. Great circuit. I love that one. I love chocolate cake, says Shane. I like Rice Krispie cakes, Shane, in chocolate. I actually make them myself. Yes. Shanebot EXE is telling everyone about food. Pretty good. F1 2009 was basically F1 cars on ice, says Caledonia. It was. You're not wrong. It was. Will says, does Shane like frog's legs? Leanne the lesbian Lawson. Shane likes cheese. So do I, Shane. I love cheese. Yes, I love cheese. You can't beat that nice smell of cheese, Shane. You really can't. Yes. That nice pungent aroma of cheese. It's just great. It really is. Absolutely brilliant. Love it. Hopefully they can continue with the qualifying they've been doing at a minimum. Yes, they can. Never had frog legs, says Shane. Shane, do you like the Channel 5 show when elephants make you Rolf Cop? What's that? Rolfie Copter? I can't know what that is. It's made me laugh, but I don't know what it is. TMY called Antonelli the golden shower of Toto Wolff. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I never watched it. Well, the Moaning Yorkshireman hasn't either. Sega Mega Drive was a better name than the Genesis. Yes, it was. Such a shame, though, because someone had the patent for Genesis in the United States, so they couldn't... No, sorry, they had the patent for Mega Drive in the United States, so they couldn't use it, so that's used Genesis. So disappointing, because that was such a great name. I think so. David Croft coming the closest he's ever come to saying Hajar's name correctly. Seriously, that guy is a clown anyways. Yes, he is. Pretty knows me lunch. Fixed gives me a bigger headache than Tailska. Yes, he does. He has that habit. He really does. Has that habit. Pretty knows me lunch. Knows pretty. Fixed has done 8,000 for... Has he really? Bloody hell. Fixed has done 8,456 videos on Abu Dhabi of 2021. In fact, he started doing them before the race was held for the first time in 2008 when he was still eating Heinz alphabet soup. Yes, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. In fact, he was probably still in the womb. He was probably still in the womb, yeah? And his mum was probably the one eating the alphabet soup. And she was going, oh, James, stop kicking, James. And he was probably in there going, oh, blood. Oh, that's it. That's me 2 hour time up. And he was probably sitting in the room going, oh, bloody hell, this is an absolute contrivance, this race. Absolute contrivance. Bloody Max Verstappen. No, it would have been his dad then, wouldn't it? Yeah. What a contrivance this is. This is outrageous. I'm going to bloody complain to the law courts. And his mum was probably going, "Oh, shut up, James, shut up." That's probably why he turned out like he has turned out. Yes. And his mum kept hitting him in the womb. Okay, everyone. Time's up. 2009, not 2008. Sorry about that. No problem. I remember that soup. Dave used to eat it when he watched the game of Countdown when he was eating his dinner. I feel like spine every time you say nose after I say pretty. I imagine that Fix's bedroom has pictures of the... I imagine it has got pictures of the Abu Dhabi 2021 Grand Prix. He's probably also got a big picture of Max Verstappen, and that's his dartboard. Yeah, that's his dartboard. You bastard. Oh, look, I got double 20. Oh, fucking hell, you bastard. Yes. And at the bottom of his bed, he's probably got a shrine to Lulu. Yeah, he's probably got this big picture of Lulu in a frame, and there's probably 2 candles either side of it, and every night he lights the candles and he's going, "I love you, Lulu. I love you. I love you, Lulu." That's probably James's bedroom right now. Yeah, live scenes from James's bedroom, because the time's getting on. He's probably lit the candles now, and he's saying how much he loves Lulu. Loves Lulu. Interesting. Carlos Sainz Sr. Wallpaper is Nicholas Latifi's crash car. He was more than that. Fix probably has pictures of the Singapore 2008. Yes. I bet he has. Race Day Cafe. Oh, Will. Race Day Cafe. Is there a reason why you put that in the chat? But it doesn't matter, because thank you very much for putting that in the chat. Race Day Cafe. Let's move on before I get another lawsuit. Was Windows 98 made by the same people who did Formula 1 98? Yes. I see what you did there and I like it. And yes, you're right. It was the same people. Yes. Do you agree with me, Dave, that it was devastating that there was no WRC games based on the 2006, 2007, 2008 or 2009 being released after Evolution Studios' WRC license expired at the end of 2005? I do, Shane. It's an absolute travesty. Indeed he is. Yes. Nope. Says Will. You're going to make it regardless. I remember my parents had a tiny labelled computer that was so slow my dad fell asleep waiting for the Championship Manager 2000 to load. Because you got to let me know. Yes, let me know. Pirates are mean. Also, say the line, Will. Dave is up for many courts of treason. Hookster watched Jim Clark like... Oh, God. He watched Fangio like... Oh, God. I am not that old. Will you please stop going on about how old... I'm not that old. I'm the same age as Jason Statham. For cock's sake, I keep telling everyone this. So me and Jace, we're like age buddies. We're like age buddies. We are both the same age. Do you think Jason Statham, with that very nice wife of his, walks down the street, and someone says, "Oi, Jace, mate, bloody hell, you're old, aren't you?" Nobody says that to Jason Statham. So why does everyone say that to me? I am not that old. No. Please, stop it now. He watched Fangio. Dave's get to bed alarm clock has gone off. Yes, it has. Hookster won't be going to bed anytime soon. Whoop whoop, contrivance. Hookster, pretty nose. Lost it again. Here we go. Oh, I got it. As long as he keeps saying the word pretty, then we'll be here till 2 a.m. Pretty. Nose meat lunch. Yeah, pretty true. The only thing I don't like about the Duracell sponsor bit is the crap adverts that go with it. That's true. Why is the bunny American? I've no idea. No idea. A nice Polony roll with a cup of Yorkshire tea. Yes. Helium Trophy back at its third podium in a row. Shanebot.exit. Is that Glock? Whilst the catering will get Palm of the Week. The moment Sinbad held Marina over his shoulder. Legendary that. Is it? That's Glock. Oh my goodness. Good. TMY punches the television. Guy dropped the Ferrari sign. He does when he saw a Channel 5 show when animals make you roll for cop. Despite the fact that Ferrari won the 2008 championship. TMY is a teenage tantrum. McLaren Racing think different. He's going to be here for a while, says Helium Trophy. I think you're right. You mentioned the moment Sinbad held Marina over his shoulder. Legendary that. It's good, but it's not right. That's true. That's what everyone says about me. It's good, but it's not right. Make the same car as the Ferrari in 2007 a little bit better, but Formula 1 wasn't buying it. Who was that? Legendary. 2007 Ferrari was the last F1 car to have races where the Marlboro logo wasn't covered by a barcode. True. Good. Dave will start singing Sugar Babes at this rate. I feel sorry for Dave having to read these brain-rotted comments. Or Girls Aloud. Sinbad and Marina. One is more than the number of women Dave has attracted. Oh, God. It's like a Jonathan Wilkes episode of You've Been Framed. MBS and Donna Carly cooking in 2026 so far. The cars still look a little weird, but they will never change, but they're driving better than I first thought they might. Did you say you was itchy when you read my comment saying, yes, I did, Shane. MBS is a fraud, says Will. Dominicali is a fraud, says Will. He will also be singing Atomic Kitten. I think Dave's second alarm is going to go off. It's already gone off. It'll be push the button. Yes, yes. That'll be the stop streaming button any minute now. Speaking of Atomic Kitten, they're on next week's Top of the Pops, back when Kerry Katona was still with them. Ah, Kerry Katona. What's happened to her? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dave will be singing Jerry Horner. Does anybody in the chat have a catchphrase? I remember watching Motorsport on Channel 4 late at night. British F3, British GT, World Superbikes. Oh yeah, it was all great. It really was. Croft nails big moments at least, otherwise bloody heck. Lewis Hamilton's up to 5th. I remember Channel 4 having the most weirdest sports late at night, yeah. Winfield Williams. I thought it was a great livery. No, I disagree. I thought it was horrible. Horrible. I hated it. I was a Nigel Mansell Williams blue devotee. So when they went and put that red and white on it, I went, what the hell are you doing to me? Andrea Kimi Antonelli, 4 points for winning. No one is safe in the Corbin. 98-99 Williams was great looking. We need cooking with the Hookster. We do. Lesbian Lawson. Yes, Dave, you love apple pie as well as... Do you love apple pie with custard? Can't say I like custard, but I like apple pie. Only 4 drivers finished on the lead lap in Canada. 2000 is also the last year before Fame Academy and Pop Stars and Pop Idol enter the charts. That's what killed it. Oh yes. I have to cook chicken with a whiskey styled sauce. Oh nice. I do like a bit of chicken. Yes, I do like a bit of chicken. Dave cooks octopus on a roll. Yes. A fresh Stilton, a Wensleydale. Yes. 2000 when it was all yellow like Coldplay. Crazy that year 16 songs are Billions Club members. It also ended a Super Future Classic series. Have you ever had seafood, Dave? Not a fan of seafood. I do eat fish fingers though. Yes, Shane. Dave is probably from the north, so he'll have had a chippy tea in Whitby at some point. Chippy tea in Whitby. Lovely. Charles Leclerc enjoying the regs too. Guy knows what he's speaking about. Red Bull racing improved. Dog. Time for the speed round. Spam, spam, spam. Pie. We'll get the speed round now. Dog V. Nice spam sandwich. Labrador. We need the spam. Spamming, spamming. Oh, you started spamming already and I haven't even done it yet. Pessy cooking this episode. F1 Fix probably drinks Capri Sun. I wouldn't be surprised if he calls anyone a racist for not bowing to Sir Lewis of Hamilton. Yes, quite possibly. I agree with you. Race Day Cafe. Will, stop it now. Stop it. I've got this urge to click on the YouTube now. Yes, stop it. Detroit, Ada, Paddock back to 8th, Adelaide, A1 Ring, Valencia, Brands Hatch, Caterham, Monaco, Canada, Magny Pause. Toto, it's called a motor race. Hookster will be singing Louise songs. Joe is also terrified of... Hookster was 52 when the Atari... Hookster was 60 when Hookster was 14 when... Jess McFadden, Hookster was 30... I'm going to explode in a minute. Does anyone really care for Kerry? No, they don't. No. Winfield Williams, Anna Atkinson, Oliver Hartley, Jess McFadden. Williams looked blessed in green and white in the late 70s, early 80s. Yes, they did. David Croft is overweight. I did like from 2000 and 2009 there are no WRC games based on the 2026 season because EA cancelled the future WRC games, which is devastating. Can the moaning Yorkshireman turn his moaning into light if he says first doing nothing? Probably. TMY, dog, rat, octopus is club. What the hell's going on in this chat? Valencia, Barcelona, Shanghai, Portland. That's it. I've got to the end. Zandvoort. That's it. I've got to the end. That's it. Game over. Oh my God. My brain was about to explode then. But that's it. We have got to the end. Wowzers. Okay. I am pressing the button for the top fans, and it is done. It is done, ladies and gentlemen. The button is pressed. Whew. Bloody hell. Here we go then. It's time for this week's top fans, and I can exclusively reveal it's a top 10 list. Yes. Top 10. So, at number 10, it is... It's Mr. DJM9937. Well done, sir. Well done indeed. Number 10. Number 9 is Polish Eddie. Is Polish Eddie in here? I haven't seen him in the chat. But Polish Eddie is in there at number 9. Perhaps he was in right at the end. The Scissor Sisters are in at number 8. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Number 8 for the Scissor Sisters. Let's go to number 7. Number 7 is... It's the Master of Mirth, Mr. Plynel Plessy. Number 6 is going to be... It's Caledonia F1. Wowzers, me trousers. Number 5 is... It's Shane Coburn 2023 into the top 4 now. Who's just outside the podium? It is... It's Helium Trophy. Let's go to the podium positions now. In third place, it's going to be Mr. Rugara. Yes, indeedy. And in second place, who's it going to be? Well, we may actually know the answer to this. Yes. In second place, it is Will F1. Yes. The best Yorkshireman on the planet of England. Yes. And... in first place, that means it's the moaning Yorkshireman, the 58th most favourite Yorkshireman on the planet of England. Yes, there he goes. In no part due to a donation at the start of the show. No part at all. But he has won this week's top fans. Well done. Well done, everybody. Well done indeed. Bogey Day, I'll take that. Yorkshire 1 yes, it is. It's a Yorkshire whitewash. It really is. Yes. Yorkshire. The catering continues to meet the owner's objective for finishing 20th and above. Here we go. The celebrating Yorkshireman. Yes. Caledonia done well considering he was late. Hookster was 72 in 1997. Wow. A Yorkshireman and Sayre podium. Yes. Oh no. The Hookster was 82 when Crossroads was with... God. The Hookster was 56 when Only Fools and Horses started. Jesus. No, wait, David done it again, finishing before midnight. I thought it said flashing before midnight. Well, that and all. But yeah, finishing before midnight. TMY on top. We've just gone mad. Christ, Octo, music time, fixed. The victorious Yorkshireman. I'd say I'm third now. The winning Yorkshireman. Yes, doesn't matter though. Doesn't matter. No, I have to do it from when I pause it, otherwise it will constantly change. So congratulations on your podium just after the fact. Let's do it like that. Fart, fixed, Francochamps. The Hookster was a wolf. I read an article where there's a 100-year-old has been on the Indy 500 since 1930s, including this year. His granddad went to the first one ever in 1911. Bloody hell. David Croft commented on a race that had finished. Octopus is the closest to a pussy Dave will ever get. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, mostly gentlemen, I'm going to say good night. Yes, on that note, because basically there's not much else you can say after that comment, is there? Octopus is the closest to a pussy Dave will ever get. That just about sums up everything, doesn't it, really? Just about. Say the line, Will. TB is a rat. Fixed. Wonderful. Dave was 60 when Steve Davis overcut the final ball. Doesn't matter though. Yes. Bogey day. I'll take that. No, we need the video. What you... Is that a yes for the video about my first computer? Let me know in the chat. Just put yes if you want me to do a video about my first computer. Just put yes. Don't say any more, just put yes. Yes. I think I got one yes. I need 2 more yeses. And then I'll get 3 viewers. I need 2 more yeses. If you want my first computer, just put yes in the chat. Oh, Will doesn't want it. Will doesn't want it. He says nope. Ah. Well, there we go. That's the end of that then, isn't it? So I find it hard to believe it happened again with the WRC in games like it did in 2000 when Evolution Studios didn't renew the F1 license in 2000. Yes. Oh, okay. I have a good idea of how I shall play him. Okay. So nobody wants the video, so I won't bloody well make it. Unbelievable scenes. Oh, Will says he's going to look forward to it. Oh, okay. I'll make it then. As you said, you look forward to it. Well, I'll make it anyway. It'll only be a couple of minutes long anyway, because, you know, it's a computer at the end of the day, isn't it? Let's face it. Yes. I will make the video. There you go. Then EA cancelled future deals resulting in no WRC games based on... Thank you. Mr. Sisters wants to see the video. So I'm going to make it. I will make it. Only be a couple of minutes, so it'll be out sometime over the weekend. Wowzers. There you go. Wowzers. Anyway, I am totally exhausted and I need to go for a lie down now. So thanks everyone for joining me tonight for another Hookster Talks. You've been awesome as always. Me trousers. Yes. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm just going to go to the top fans so I can thank everyone. We've got DJM9937, Polish Eddie. Is Polish Eddie in here? Or is he just watching and not commenting? Because I haven't seen him in the chat. No, I think he's being a sneak and he's just watching. Unless he's got his name disguised. What's that thing you have to do? What's it on? All messages are visible. All messages are visible. No. No, he's still not in there. Oh, he's doing a sneaky. He's doing a sneaky. He's in here, but he isn't in here. Yes. Right, anyway. Thanks to Polish Eddie, the Scissor Sisters, Plynal Plessy, Caledonia F1, Shane, Mr. Rugara, Helium Trophy, Will F1, and of course the Moaning Yorkshireman. Jesus Christ. Shane picks up a penalty as being the top 5 runs still going. Did you know that at 58, Flavio Briatore boffed Naomi... I didn't know that. Did he really? 58. Hey. I just realised something. I'm 58 next year. Do you think I've got a chance? Do you think I've got a chance, boys? Do you think I've got a chance? See if I can find Naomi Campbell's phone number on the internet. I'll write it down. Get Naomi's phone number. Note to self. 10 minutes later, answer knock at the door from the police. You know, these things happen. You can't help it sometimes, can you? He's 102 next year. He outlasted Fangio. That's it. On that note, I'm going to say thank you, everyone. You've been awesome as always. Thank you to you all. Enjoy the Monaco Grand Prix. I don't think it's on it this week. I think it's next week, actually, isn't it? I better check that before I go. I think it's next week, isn't it? Yes, it is. It's the 7th of June. The 7th of June. So we got a week break. That's good. That's good. We get a lot of breaks in this season of F1, isn't it? That's good. When's the last time Shane didn't get a penalty? Yes. I'll get the restraining order ready. Yes, get it ready. Get it ready. Yes. Get it ready. Anyway, thanks everyone. You've been awesome as always. For me and Mr. TB the Bear. TB the Bear. #1 Lewis Hamilton fan. Now we're off now because it's very, very hot. And what do you do when it's very, very hot? Well, you get naked, don't you, and rub cream into your bodies, don't you? That's what you do. Yes, because of the heat. You've got to rub all that cream in, haven't you, TB? Rub it all over. That's what you got to do. Get that cream. But anyway, thanks everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Awesome as always. Thank you, and good night.